Today's show is going to be super fantastic great. Why? Because I have the Duchess of Chicago. She was on season 2 of Jermaine Dupri's The Rap Game. Who am I talking about, you ask? Chicago's finest, Miss Nia Kay. I told you she was coming, so you don't go anywhere. She'll be right here in a sec.
Now they scared of me. It's clear to see they cannot handle me. New swag, pop the collar, Nia Kay, #1 with it ranking me. I guess I'ma be the one to take it home. Ain't got no ghostwriter, I did this on my own. The Duchess of my city, and it's not a clone. You say you poppin', but your name is so unknown.
Well, Nia Kay, look, let me just start off by saying this. The reason why I wanted to have you on my show today is because usually I'm talking to adults about empowering and motivating, but the fact of the matter is that there are a lot of kids, preteens, young adults that have goals and ambitions just like you do. And they need somebody to motivate them and empower them. So I figured, I said, this young lady right here, she's an expert. She doing her dang on thing almost. Let me say this, people, just in case you didn't know, because I don't know where you at, but this young lady has almost 500,000 followers on Instagram. That's fabulous, girl. You was getting it in.
Thank you.
Getting it in. So most of my questions, I just want to keep it real. Most of my questions actually came from people around your same age. So I asked them just because I wanted to make sure that I was asking the right things. So the first thing that I want to ask you that they wanted to know is, do you have any siblings?
No, actually, I'm the only child.
Okay. How wonderful is that? Do you love that?
I mean, it's ups and downs about it because, like, you get bored sometimes because already being in the industry, it's a lonely business because it's so many haters and there's so many people critiquing you where you're already alone. So, I mean, not having siblings sometimes, it just is like, it's like a bummer. But, you know, I do have family and cousins and God siblings. So, you know, that's always somebody I can lean on.
That's good that you have the support you need. And it's funny that you brought that up right off top because that was a question that I was going to ask you. Because I know for us adults, we have haters and have to deal with that all the time. But now you out there in the limelight. So do you have any, how about this? Did you used to have friends, but now since you're doing your thing, you've noticed that you done lost some friends?
Because like everybody, but it's crazy because the way I would think of it is like, oh, like that was my friend. You know, she on TV. I'm finna be in the limelight. Yeah. But I don't know. It's like they got a different switch to click that they just seem different to me because I'd be like, let me get my little sign too. But they, on the other hand, you know, they just like want to bring me down. So you know, I had to erase all the negative energy, and that's where I realized that you know the industry was so like lonely and just bitter.
Wow. Okay, so that's how you handled that with the friends. She was just like, I'm not gonna be bothered.
Yeah, I'm not, cause I gotta make some money. So you either with it or you not.
Come on now, Nia talking that stuff right there. Nia, okay, look, how did you even get in the music industry? What made you want to become a rapper?
Well, my answer is always that I feel like I was born into it because of the fact that when my mom was pregnant with me, she was in a singing group, and then my dad and all my uncles and stuff, they were rappers. So I was always, you know, just around the musical field. So I feel like, you know, I was that next person in the family to actually bring the music to life in the limelight.
Okay, now if you wasn't rapping, what would you be doing?
I'll probably be writing because that's how I started writing. So if I wasn't rapping myself, I would like to write for someone else, or you know, go into like the girly field with makeup and nails and things like that.
Oh, you know what? I'm happy you brought that up because I didn't want to write that down, but I want to give a shout out just to Nia Kay Fashion, just to the fashion girl. We gonna give a shout out to fashion because your fashion be on point, girls. So I just want to throw that out there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have a glam squad and they do excellent. So yeah, big shout out to them.
Y'all doing a good job. Y'all is definitely doing a good job. Nia Kay, you so mature. That's definitely something that I noticed when you were on the Rap Game. I'm like, she's just so mature, and I just want to say this for all Chicago people. Were we not happy when we seen one of our own on there? We was like, okay, one of our own is on here. So how did you get on the Rap Game?
Well, I did like a 2-month campaign where I was just like tagging everybody in Jermaine's like production, and I
Oh,
actually did research and found out like every single person who was in it, and I was just tagging everybody. I had all my fans and supporter system, help me tag everyone, and we were DMing him like crazy, reaching out to Queen Latifah, everybody, because I'm like, it's no way that Chicago shouldn't be on it.
right. Oh my goodness. Now that shows some serious determination.
Mhm.
I mean, like
And
you.
it was the day. It was. I think it was like the day or two after the first one had aired. I was upset and stuff, and that's when I started the campaign. And then Jermaine reposted me, and it was just like the
Wow.
biggest moment ever. Like I thought, like I was just like gonna pass out. Like
Wow. I can just imagine. You said Jermaine reposted it?
yeah, Jermaine reposted it, and then I was the only kid from any of the rap games who got attention from Queen Latifah because
Okay.
I had went on Twitter and started like adding Queen Latifah, Jermaine Dupri, Lifetime, all that, just to see like which social media outlet would get me the attention that I wanted from one of the main heads of the rap game. So Queen Latifah had like she started reposting it and stuff, and I was like, "My like this is getting bigger. Like it's not just Jermaine Dupri. This is Queen Latifah, and Queen Latifah never reposted any of the kids from the rap game. So I was just like, "Ma, it's nobody on her page from this show. I'm the only one." She ended up posting on her Instagram and stuff. And then, the most like memorable moment for me in the rap game is when she told from the artist is when she told me, "I'm glad you lived up to the hype." And everybody was like, "Do you know her? Do you know her?" I'm like, "No, I just network and do what I had to do on Twitter."
Oh my God. Wait a minute, Nia. Okay. Because I'm listening to certain things you said. You said
Uh-huh.
you went on Twitter and you was trying to find their social media pages and you did that yourself?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like my parents, everybody always be like, "Did your parents tell you to do this, that, and the third?" Like I don't know. My parents they don't really tell me how to control my social media. And if I want something, I'm gonna get it. So I was just like, Queen Latifah never popped into none of their heads. My dad was always like, "Tag Jermaine, tag Jermaine, tag Jermaine." And I'm like, "Okay, we can tag Jermaine, but also we can tag Queen Latifah, Lifetime, Rap Game, everybody else."
Wow. Look, y'all better be taking some notes from this girl because that's some determination. Look, let me tell y'all how I know that that's determination because that's the exact same thing that I would have done. So that's just
Mm-hmm.
amazing how you handled that. So kudos to you, girl. Kudos to you
Thank you.
for making sure that you got on that show. You made sure of it. So let me ask you this. How did you feel when you didn't win? Because we were shocked. Wasn't we shocked? Weren't we shocked? Not to say anything about the guy who won, because kudos to him. But how did you look at that? I seen that. But how did you feel about that?
Um, like in the moment or like now looking back at it?
I guess, well, both. At the
Okay,
moment,
well, in the moment,
mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I already know who number 5 is. Number four, I was like, it could be this person or this person. So then one of them up, I was like, okay, so number 3, I know who that is next. So Jermaine wouldn't look at me in my eyes or nothing. Like I'm the only one.
Okay.
Me and low key, he didn't look at us in our eyes the whole time. To this day, he hasn't looked at us in our eyes. So he was like, so the next person I'm about to send out is. It took him a long time, but on TV, they just act like it was just so easy. So
Okay.
we all just standing there. I'm like, okay, just say the name because I already knew who it was. I'm like, just say it, just say it. And he's like, this is really hard, but the next person is me. I was like, what? Like, oh my, I was so mad. I was like, this gotta be a joke. I was like,
Right.
this has to be a joke. I was like, this is a joke. And then when I walked out and like all the cameras was like slowly asking me questions and stuff, I'm like, excuse me, this is a joke. So can I just leave?
Right.
And then they put us on the bus and they just talking to us and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to Jermaine because he never gave me no legit reason on why I was sent home. He told
Okay.
me the reason what didn't air is what he told me that the reason I was sent home is because I came in ready and didn't top it. But my thing is, I guess he wanted an artist he can mold. But with me, he saw that I already know what lane I want to go in, how I want to dress, how I want to talk, how I want to rap. So it's like, you
Okay.
can't make me into what you want to make me. I'm going to stay who I am. So he wanted an artist who he could change and mold and make and present an image. But I already knew who I was from the get-go. So he was like, it's nothing this girl did, because the first episode she did everything that people are doing on the last episode, and I feel like that wasn't fair, because that wasn't my, like, that's not my fault. You told me that the competition was based on who's the most ready. Well, if we was going to go on who was the most ready, then your hit list, your answers, your last hit list was incorrect.
Wow. So being so prepared ended up hindering you.
Yeah. So I was just looking back at it like maybe I should have came in stumbling and forgetting and stuff, because I mean that's what would have got me to win. That's what he's trying to tell me.
I guess no, you should.
And I wouldn't have did it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying that's what he's trying to tell me.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, it doesn't go like that.
I mean, because by you being on there, because I wrote this down because I wanted to remember this. Weren't you the only one who didn't fumble?
Yeah, I was the only one who didn't fumble. It didn't repeat none of my verses. Like all the kids, when we went in front of the different celebrities, they repeated their verses. I was the only one who had a new verse every single time and didn't fumble. That's why I thought I was going to win, because that's showing that you're ready. So I was like,
okay. So now looking back on it, what do you think about this?
Now looking back, I feel like I have more room to do different things. So, I mean, I'm looking back, I'm like, why did you cry? Why were you, like, upset on TV? Because I have so much more room to maneuver and do what I want to do and become who I want to be. I wouldn't want anybody controlling that anyways at the age that I'm at, because I want my fans to know who I really am. I'm only 15 years old, so I don't need anyone, trying to make my fans believe I'm some type of way. I want to mold myself. I want my parents to help me mold me, because they know me best, not an outsider who wants to mold me into what they want me to be.
Absolutely. Did y'all hear what she said? She told you. You know what? So that goes to that whole thing that everything happens for a reason. So, so of course you were going to be upset when it happened, because in your mind, I'm pretty sure you were thinking like, this is the thing that I need. That's going to take my career to the next level. So when it didn't happen, you was like, oh my God, so what does that mean? But now looking back on it, that was perfect for you.
Yeah, I'm just like, it was a blessing, because the show really was a blessing overall. Each week being in the house, being on TV, getting the advice from all the mentors he brought in, and Jermaine himself. I'm never can say I'm not thankful enough for that. Like, I'm so thankful for the opportunity. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not throwing shade to the show, but I am grateful with the outcome now that I'm looking back.
Absolutely. Okay, so how was the experience with everybody? So how really was Jermaine and Dupri behind the scenes and everybody?
I mean, we really got what y'all got when it comes to like Jermaine Dupri and Dupri and stuff. Like, they pretty much aired that accurate with Jermaine. He was cool. He basically just gave us the advice and gave us the challenges, and just wanted to see what we had to offer. And I mean, at the end of the day, he chose what was best for him, and I think that at the end of the day, that is what he wanted. So, I mean, working with them, it was cool, because I just like seeing like all the different personalities and hearing all the different stories that they went through to, get to where we're trying to be.
Okay, so you use those stories to really help motivate.
Yeah, and then the brat was from Chicago, so I felt like home when she came on the show and stuff.
Right, I bet that had to have been wonderful to actually have her there, and she liked you from the beginning, didn't she? Yes, from the beginning. Nia Kay, okay, now let me ask you this, because this is something that my kids actually want to know, because I have some daughters that's 17 and 16 years old. They wanted to know, are you in school? Are you homeschooled? What's going on with the
homeschool? I'm on a virtual online program.
Okay, so how's your grades?
Good. I have all A's. My school always comes first.
Get it, girl. Okay, so are you going to college, or what's your plans with that?
That's what I want to do, because like my parents have always been really into school, and I am too, and I've always wanted to always make sure that I would be straight in all areas. If not saying rapping wouldn't work out, but if it didn't, but it's no telling where I would be when that time comes. So I really don't know what I really will be doing, but I just always want to make sure that if I do flop or something, I have income in the future.
Absolutely. Yep. And that's how you got to think sometimes. That's crazy that you're thinking like that already, and you're only 15. It's like not even a lot of adults thinking like that, trying to already come up with a plan B. That's amazing. I think your parents, Now, is your mom and your dad your manager, or just your dad?
Well, my dad's more of like my music manager, but my mom helps a lot. So it's like they both are just, going in and out and helping me create my music lifestyle.
Well, shout out to them for doing an amazing job with you. Just by talking to you right now, I see that you really are mature, just like how you appeared on the show. You really do come off like that. Like you got
Thank you.
so, and that's amazing because you need to start off early. Like, don't wait late with that one. Okay, so let me ask you this. Because people want to know what's some of the biggest celebrities that you've seen that you was like, oh my God, I know I did not just meet this person.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound like, I don't know, but the biggest one that I thought was Queen Latifah. Like, that was the only one that made me, the only one that made me like, wow, like, all the others, like, he did with some really big celebrities. All of them were huge to me.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, that's the one that had me like, okay, you gotta show out. Because if she like you, it could go somewhere else.
I agree. So, yes, girl, look, I would the same way. The same way with Queen Latifah. Now, I have to ask you this, because people want to know. Look, I even want to know. Going on my phone, on my Instagram page, right, people? So, I go on Nia Kay's page, and I'm just scrolling through, and what do I see? I just see pictures, just various pictures with Nova on there. So then I see that, right? Because I'm a little nosy. So I click and I start reading the comments, and people was like, are they dating? Girl, they not dating. Yes, they are dating. They just friends. Girl, they dating. So I just have to know, are y'all dating? I know she acting like she don't want to say, but people want to know.
I don't really speak on that.
Well, can I say this? Y'all look cute as friends. Can I say that?
Thank you.
Okay. As friends, y'all look really cute together. And I see that you kind of hang out still with some of the guys that were on season 2. So are y'all working together, support each other?
Yeah, well, I support them, but I don't know. I'm really like branching out from that because like it's just like with the rap game, it's their personalities, like they all just want to come for each other, and it's just like I feel like we all were a family because we were on the same show. So it's like I feel like each one of the rap game members should be getting along because we are on the same show. I feel like we were somewhat brought up the same way when it comes to how we get that fan base. So I mean those people will always, be close to me. I always have, looking at them, I always be like proud of them and stuff because I know where we all started. Mm-hmm. But I mean, for others, some people don't think like that. So I mean, all of us are kind of, moving along and hanging with who we want to.
It's crazy you say that because I was just having a conversation about that the other day as far as just entrepreneurs having, supporting each other. So the fact that you say all of y'all are doing the exact same thing, but then there's no support. So I'm going to just say how I look at the situation. When I was kind of going through y'all Instagram pages, the thing that I first noticed was that as much as you're doing on your page, you see you traveling a lot and you got shows and the fashion and the videos. And then, like I said, almost 500,000 followers. And then you kind of look at other people, not to say anything, and don't see their numbers, as high, that many likes or whatever. So people can start feeling certain ways just because of those type of things. Like, look at her numbers. Look, she thinks she's doing all of that.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense because, I mean, no, that's how I would think if I was one of, of the members who does have the least followers. But the reason I wouldn't think like that is because the way my dad is set up and the way I was set up is we always will reach out to them. Like, everyone's always calling us, trying to get on our shows, trying to see like, oh, is there any way you can add us to that show? And like, we're always reaching out to them like, we in your city, would you want to come to this show? Like, oh, we in Atlanta, you want to do this with me since you from Atlanta? Like, so we were always like helpful and stuff. So that's like the thing that I don't really get because it looks like I'm the winner of my season. If you just looking and you haven't seen the actual show, you would think that I was the winner. And most winners, they wouldn't, reach out and try to help and all that. But I just feel like, I know the grind that we all have. And I know that if I was in your position, I would want that, little push. So it's like I was never the type to block them out. I always, want to help all the rap game kids and stuff and help other artists in general. Like, I'm actually going to do like I'm working on like doing a song with a lot of like local Instagrammers from like just everywhere with like a little bit of followers, and I'm really just gonna put them all on the song and do like 8 bar with them, and those are only the people that I see like tag me like crazy and stuff like that, and that's something different that nobody has really done, and that's gonna show my character even more that it's not about where I'm at because I'm looking at and I see you working, and that's how I was. So it's like that. Those type of people always touch me.
Well, kudos to you for trying to reach out to them and support them, because that's really what it should be about. But perfectly honest with you, Nia Kay, because I'm feeling you right now. Look, people, we 2 different ages, but I'm feeling this girl right now. Just because I kind of have the same thing going on. I support other entrepreneurs, but I noticed that they don't support me. So it just dawned on me the other day that, Geneva, you want to know what's going on? While you're sitting up there, let's say, sharing their things on social media, liking it, commenting, and you're hoping that they give that back to you, what's really going on is when you're sharing your stuff and putting your stuff out there, they really sitting up there looking at it like this. Okay. Oh, okay. She thinks she doing something. Oh, she want me.
Right.
Okay. And it's a shame because it shouldn't be like that. But at least you finding that out now. You know what I mean? So you don't have to deal with that later on in life. Nia, are you acting?
Yes, I actually want. Yeah, I can't really speak too much on it. I think I know what you're asking.
Okay, but look, even if you can't speak on it, people be watching. I'll be checking out her Instagram page because I'm just letting you know. She doing more things than just music.
Than just the rap game and just music. My thing is, the rap game was a part of me, but it didn't make me. I was on TV before the rap game modeling, so.
What?
Yeah.
What? We didn't know that. Okay, so when you started modeling, what was you modeling?
I was 7 when I was modeling. I was young when I was modeling, but I was modeling for Children's Place and I was on ABC and stuff. And, just modeling their clothes.
Okay, so no wonder you was not camera shy, not nothing shy, not stage shy, because you've been there, done that.
Yeah.
You've been there, done that. Can you tell us about your song Slick Talk and Rap Commandments?
Slick Talk was basically just my finale song. It was basically just letting everybody know, it just explained the season to me because, I had anger when I wrote that, but not violent anger, but it was just I gotta get some back. I gotta show Jermaine that he made the wrong choice.
Wow.
Slick Talk was really just saying because people were saying when me and Jayla got into it on the show, all this stuff, I attacked her, I was fake, all this stuff, and I'm just I like Slick Talk, and you can go somewhere else with that because I'm from Chicago. I'll let you take that somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then Rap Game Commandments, it was basically just exposing all the secrets on the rap game, letting y'all know. But if you get on that show, and for all the people who's trying to get on the rap game, letting y'all know, all the hidden secrets, so you be prepared, you're gonna have some fun, go on that trail in the back. So it was basically just something that the other rap game kids didn't do that I wanted to do. It's just so many things that I feel I've done that just show Jermaine just sitting back dang, another one.
Exactly, girl. Yes, because you're definitely talented. And then you write your own music, right?
Yes.
Come on now. This girl's writing her own music and stuff. Okay, so how do you feel about Tally?
I mean, Tally's my girl. I talk to her a whole bunch, actually. She talks to me every day, but, she's on season 3 now. They brought her back. Did you know? Yeah. So they brought her back for season 3, and I do think that she deserves a second chance because, the first time she went home, I actually liked her in the house. I thought she was cool. I didn't really expect her to go home. I didn't really think of it, but she was telling me I think I'm going home. I think I'm going home. I'm no, you're not, Tally. You're not going home. You're not going home. The way it's presented on TV is different than in the house.
Yes.
I'm yes, I'm you're not going home, girl. You're not going. Then when she went home, I was whoa. And then when she was on season 3, I was whoa. That's my girl. We got a song coming out called Glitter. It's on the pop side, so it's gonna touch a whole different lane. I think all the kids will like.
Okay, so you're trying to try different genres of music and not just hip hop all the time.
Yeah.
You know what? Because you do have fans all across the board. Because let me just say this: my auntie is over 50 years old, okay? But when I mentioned to her that I was going to be interviewing you, all I had to say was Nia Kay. So, like, I started trying to describe who you was. Like, you know the girl, and she was like, woo! And, you know, and then my auntie was like, I already know who you talking about. I already know you the girl that was whoop. I was like, yeah, that's the one. Like, oh, my God. No, she was. So you got fans all ages. So how do you feel about that? Just having so many people supporting you.
I mean, I love it. I mean, that's why I do songs like my latest videos called The Duchess and, you know, Rap Game Commitments and all those type of songs are the songs that I would kind of do like for my older crowd so they could see that I'm actually lyrical because I know that's the more things that they gravitate towards, like the lyrical artists, because that's what they was brought up on. So I always try to drop music like that and freestyles like that so I can grab that fan base. And then, you know, I have my turn up songs like Flip Talk and stuff for my younger crowd with the older crowd like that as well. So I just love it.
And how did you get the name? You know, because I'm going to be wrapping this up really quick. But how did you get the name Duchess of Chicago? You know, because you didn't say princess, a queen. She didn't say that. She said Duchess. I like that. It's just different.
Because everybody calls themselves the princess and the queen and all that. And if you call yourself the princess and I call myself the princess, we're going to be arguing who the princess. So I might as well just say I'm the Duchess and that's over you. So therefore, I just sound like so much more like that it factor when you say, I'm the princess, and I say, I'm the Duchess of Chicago. Like that just be like, wait, the Duchess?
I know.
I heard the princess before, but the Duchess? So it's just like another turning factor.
I agree. Nia Kay, what is this Oh No challenge? All the kids on your Instagram page just getting it, just for no reason, just getting it.
The Oh No challenge is my single from the rap game. It was on the first episode when it caused so much commotion, and everybody loved Oh No. So I finally dropped the original song on my SoundCloud, and I started a challenge. So I'm basically reposting everybody who does the Oh No challenge, and you know it's getting good feedback. And Oh No was one of my favorite songs and one of Lifetime's favorite songs. So I knew that dropping it would be the right thing to do.
And we see everybody else love it too because they definitely on there getting it. They are definitely on there getting it. Nia Kay, what would you say to your peers that are out there and they have dreams and stuff too? Maybe they feel like they're just young. Maybe they can't achieve it at this time. There's haters. Just what would you say to them to encourage them to get it done?
I would say just work hard and never give up. And main thing is to not listen to others because what other people say, that can get in your head and ruin you. All the comments, don't read. Just really stay focused to yourself and building your craft. And I believe dreams do come true. A lot of people feel like, you know, if it's not given to them, they won't work for it. So, you know, just keep working. And if it's a certain person you want to reach out to, I did it. So, you know, just keep trying and trying. You might get discouraged, but that's okay. You know, just keep trying and trying. And if it's meant for you, it will happen.
Yes, and then do you recommend to, just because you're doing it on your own, are you trying to go to a big record label or are you just trying to be independent and do your thing?
I mean, right now I'm independent, but whatever comes my way, it's really like depending on if what they saying sounds right because I'm not gonna go at just anything, and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't get along with you trying to be in control of this, that, and the third. So, yeah, I know it don't work. So I need big money, not the little coins. So if whatever comes my way, if it sound right, then we're gonna go for it.
Absolutely. Nia Kay, where can everybody find? Because what I want to ask you is, one, where can everybody find you on social media? Two, I'm going to ask you, can you know, girl, you got to give us something in Geneva's Closet. People want to hear something, just a snippet of something.
You can find me on social media at ITSS_NIAKAY. So it's _ Nia Kay. And my YouTube and Facebook is NIAKAY.
Yes.
Tell me what it is. And baby, I'll tell you what it is. To be 100, I don't do the dates. No way. Tell me what it is, what it ain't. I don't understand the word can't. Laughing to the chase. A lot of y'all squads be fake. I stay killing tracks. I slay with my name, Nia Kay. I'ma get the money either way. If it's me getting in your face. Hold on, wait. I be high up in that attic. I look at your Instagram. You got no status. I flip it, then whip it, then hop of that Benz. Muhammad Ali when I touch on that pen. One of the greatest. You can't deny it. I know I'm cute and I'm one of the finest. Woo!
What? Yes. Thank you so much. Look at that talent. Look at all of that talent. Thank you so much, Nia Kay, for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you're busy, and I know we were supposed to have our interview last week, and you wasn't feeling good.
I'm sorry about that.
Girl, don't even worry about it. I was just like, get her health together, and your managers told me that she has a lot of commitments and she want to do her commitments. I'm like, Tito, que linda. Oh, just tell her to lay down. Just take That's all she needs to do. But I'm just so happy that you took the time out of your day to come speak to me, Nia Kay. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you. I had fun.
Yes. Do you mind giving Geneva's Closet a little shout out?
Yes. Big shout out to Geneva's Closet. It's your homegirl, Nia Kay. You know what we doing. If you're not in tune, then get in tune. What you doing? Woo.
Thank you so much, lady. Thank you so much. And I just want to wish you luck with everything, just everything with your career. I believe in you. Just know, for all the haters that's out there, there's so many of us of all ages that absolutely adore you and believe you and watching you and hoping for the best. Just nothing.
Thank you.
Yes, bye. Have a great day.
Bye, you too.
Yeah. See, people used to tell me that I couldn't do it. But I never believed them because they still crooked. They claiming they ain't work, but they still looking. I got the haters hunting, now we going fishing. Whoa, they ain't get the picture, they gon' feel this though. I'm steady working, no in the mission flow. All about my chips, no Doritos. They ain't making noise, they just tiptoes. Slick talk, claiming you the Duchess, you a rippo. Never spare another kid, feelings got me tipped up. I'm the type around town like I joined a player. Beast in my own game, cut from a different club. They don't really know enough about me in the trunk. Keep the circle smile, everybody in your crew. I'm a trendsetter, see they moving how I move. But they never do it how I do it, it's the truth.
Man, it's been easy for me. Swear it's been easy for me. They say I'm cocky, I know. Y'all gave me reasons to be. I heard your verse, I ain't like it. I ain't too easy to please. Y'all ought to leave it to me. Get it, got it, capiche.
Walk around hating that slick talk. Instagram gossip, that slick talk. Claiming you the Duchess, that slick talk. We already know who the real was.